The sizes of the interior angles of a polygon are x degrees, 2x degrees, 60 degrees, 3x degrees, and 36 degrees. What is the value of x? So given that we're working with a polygon, the next question we need to answer is, how many sides does this polygon have? Now we know that for all of these guns, the number of sides is equal to the number of angles. Alright, so if we have 3 angles, then we have 3 sides, that will give you a triangle. If you have 4 angles, you have 4 sides, that will give you a quadrilateral. If you have 5 angles, then you have 5 sides, that will give you a pentagon. Now in this case, the pentagon doesn't have to be regular, and indeed it is not regular in this case, because it is clear that all the angles are different. So anytime you have a regular n-gon, it means that all the angles are equal. So a regular quadrilateral will be a square. It means that all the angles are equal. It means also that all the sides are equal. In the case of a triangle, a regular triangle is what we know as an equilateral triangle, right? It means that all 3 angles are equal, which then means that all the 3 sides would be equal. Hence the term equilateral. The word lateral, of course, referring to sides. And in the case of a pentagon, we have a special word for that as well, which is called a pentagram. Not so common, but fine, fair enough, right? That's just a little trivia there. So back to our polygon, which in this case is a pentagon, because we have 5 sides, 5 angles, x, 2x, 60 degrees, 3x, and 36 degrees. Now, after we answer the question of how many sides the polygon has, the next question we need to answer is, how many degrees are there in this n-sided polygon? So we have a formula that will treat with polygons of any size, and the formula is the number of degrees in any n-sided polygon will be equal to n minus 2 by 180 degrees. So in the case of a triangle where the number of sides is 3, it will be 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 by 180 is 180 degrees. We all know and are familiar with the fact that the angles inside a triangle add up to 180 degrees. If it's a quadrilateral where your n is 4 sides, then 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 by 180 is 360 degrees. We are also familiar with the fact that all the angles inside a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. Now we come into some somewhat unfamiliar territory. We're dealing with a pentagon. If we have a pentagon where n is equal to 5, so 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. 3 by 180 is 540. So that in this case, the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon, doesn't have to be regular, of a pentagon would be 5 minus 2 is 3, sorry. 3 by 180 is 540 degrees. So we know therefore that all of these angles in this pentagon, which just to remind you is not regular, is 540 degrees. So we could then say that in order to find x, we would have x plus 2x plus 60 plus 3x plus 36 would all be equal to 540 degrees. So just as we would do in our regular algebra, question 2, we take all the like terms and bring them together. X plus 2x is 3x, 3x plus 3x is 6x. So 6x, then you have 60 plus 36 is 96. 6x plus 96 is equal to 540, which means therefore that 6x will be equal to 540 minus 96. 540 minus 96 is 444. Therefore, x, so 6x will be 444, so x will be equal to 444 over 6, which will be equal to 74 degrees. So in this case, the x is 74 degrees, which means therefore that the answer is answer D.